Welcome to the Windsor Fantasy League midseason report. I'm Mark, manager of the Pork Chops from the Windsor Fantasy League. 13 games have been played and 12 games remain. So we are at the halfway point, week 8 of the fantasy season. As many of you know, I made a recap show after the draft and I made some playoff predictions. So now it's prediction time, right? All right, so let's review my predictions I made after the draft. I predicted that Pork Chops would be the number one seed and win the gold division. I'm going to change that. I predicted the number two seed to be underdog to win the silver division. I'm going to change that one. And I predicted the number three seed to be Dog's Boss to win the toilet division. And while I think all four teams in that division are in the running to win, even the fourth place team is only 2 games back from the division leader at this point. I'm going to change that. The three wildcard teams, I predicted the number 4 seed to be Punch Out, the number 5 seed to be Scorpions, and the number 6 seed to be Bada Bing, with Haggis really fighting for it during the last week. I'm going to change all three of the wildcards as well. And so here we go. I predict the number 1 seed will be Bada Bing, who will win the silver division. I predict the number 2 seed to be Scorpions, who will win the gold division and get a bye so that he can defend his championship from last season, right? I predict the number 3 seed in the winner of the toilet division to be Punch Out in a battle where he probably won't win the division until week 13, like the last week before the playoffs. For the wild cards, I predict the number 4 seed will fall to G.I. Joe. This is a guy who I didn't even put in the playoffs. At least the first 3 seeds I had all in the playoffs. But yeah, I had a small oversight. I didn't pick Joe to make the playoffs after the draft, and I was wrong. Basically, I think he's going to make the playoffs. He's a lock, and he'll be the number 4 seed. The number 5 seed, I'm good at this point. I'm going to give it to Dogs Bollocks to make the playoffs, and the number 6 seed, I think, will be a three-way race with the person basically getting it in the last week. And I'm going to say myself, the Pork Chops. Believe it or not, Haggis again. Nothing's changed there. But also in the mix, Nash Titans. Nash Titans is doing a good job managing his team. I think he might fall short, but I think he's in there. So he might get the number 6 seed. As far as the rest, I'm pretty confident they'll fall into place the way it is. Also, I'm going to predict the winner for the toilet bowl. I predict Thunder Buddies will win the toilet bowl. The guy's won 4 in a row right now, and he actually could still win that division. He's not out of it yet, but he's got the hottest team, and I think he's going to stay hot. He's a really good manager, and who knows what's happened. Like, he had a really slow start, but I think he'll win the toilet bowl for sure. He's got the best team. And I got my prediction to win the whole thing this year. Bada Bing. Bada Bing's going to win the championship. I don't even know why the rest of us play. It's like we're donating money to Rob. But that's my prediction. Anyways, let me go through the divisions and the records, the midseason report. We'll start with the gold division. And this division is the best division in the league, with 3 teams over 500, and they're well over 500. So Scorpions are 9-4. They lead the division. They're also 4-0 in the division. So that nothing's going to change. They're going to stay on top and be the number 1 seed, or the number 2 seed probably. So they're guaranteed the playoffs pretty much. They only need like three more wins in 12 games to clinch the playoffs. So they'll do that easily. And I think Nick will be in the playoffs to defend his championship. G.I. Joe, in a bit of a surprise, to me anyway, has an 8-5 record, and he's solid. He's been consistently near the top scores. If he's not the top scoring team, he's right up there. He's top 3 for sure. and he's going to make the playoffs. There's no doubt about it. He's got a strong team. The Pork Chops are in third place with an 8-5 record. They would outright be one game ahead in the toilet division, but whatever. Third place, and I think Pork Chops will struggle to make the playoffs, even though they got the same record as Joe. They do not have the roster that Joe has. So I think they'll struggle to even get the sixth seed. They might enter the toilet bowl with a bye, but you know that's them. And in fourth place is Tenacious T. What can I say? They have 3 wins and 10 losses, a losing streak of 8 in a row, which is unbelievable. I can't believe it. I mean, something they've really gone off the rails. He has no chance of making the playoffs or even finishing ahead of anybody in this league. His team is a disaster. But one thing I'll say about the manager, he's a good fantasy manager. I mean, he won his division last year. Just last year, he was a division winner. So that's fantasy football. On a side note, I just want to mention that Pork Chops have been in the Windsor Fantasy League. This is the 4th season. We started in 2008. We played in 2009. We had a leave of absence in 2010. Returned in 2011, and we're playing this year in 2012. All 4 seasons, Tenacious T and Pork Chops have been in the same division. So you guys wondering why I consider Chris a rival? That's why. All right. So, we're in the. I hope that tradition continues. We're like, I don't know, the Bears and the Packers, I guess. We're always in the same division. And, anyways, I got the upper hand on you this time. But I might miss the playoffs. Maybe I'll face you in the toilet bowl. So there you go. So that's the gold division, the gold standard in the Windsor Fantasy League. In the silver division, the division leader right now is Bada Bing at 9-4, and I think they're going to stay there, and no one's even going to come close to usurping them. I honestly, that's my prediction for the league champion this year. We're all just playing for second place. In second place is Underdog Larry. Your team's going to miss the playoffs. They're 7-6 right now. I know it looks good, but you just don't get it. You're not going to do it. All right. I think the third place team, who's actually a game behind you right now at 6-7, the Nash Titans, are going to finish second in that division and probably get a wild card spot. They'll be fighting for a wild card spot. If you know, I was pretty harsh on this team in the draft review show. Coming away from the draft, I wasn't too high on this team. I had some pretty harsh words, but the thing is, the manager of this team is doing a good job managing the team. He's made some trades. He rendered my video obsolete before I posted it because he made a trade before I even posted the video. So good luck to you, Curtis. We have a matchup coming up in week 10, and I look forward to that. But I think you'll be fighting for a playoff spot, and you're going to turn around. In fourth place in that division is French Army. He's got 4 wins and 9 losses. And what can I say? I liked this team at the draft, but you can't win the league at the draft. You have to make moves and manage your team. And while I like the trade for Julia Jones, you gave up, AJ Green or whatever the trade went. I really don't know. I don't know what to say. You're not going to make the playoffs, and good luck in the toilet bowl, and good luck next year, I guess. So there's always next year, as Leaf fans always say. I put some hockey in there for some reason. All right, the last division is what I consider the black and blue division. These 4 teams are so close. Even last place and first place are only 2 games apart. Anyone can win the division. Right now, you got Punch Out at 7-6, who is my prediction to win that division. And Dogs Bollocks at 6-7, and Haggis at 6-7, who are both going to fight for wild card spots. I mean, I predicted Doug's Box would be the number 5 seed and Haggis would fight for the number 6 seed. But coming up fast with 4 wins in a row is Thunder Buddies, 5-8 with the 1-8 start. He's really coming on strong. I think it's a little too late, but he could win that division if he keeps it up. I mean, he scored 176 points to be the top scoring team last week, and he was the top scorer by a mile, by 20, 30 points, like just ridiculous. So I think he wins the toilet bowl. If he makes it to the playoffs, he'll make the semifinals at least, right? But yeah, he's going to win the toilet bowl for sure. And I like Thunder Buddies a lot. So that's it. That's the midseason report. With 12 games remaining, good luck to all the teams. And really, there's only 2 terrible teams fighting for you know, the bottom feeder. I don't even know what the prize is, but I think Tenacious T has it locked up. Although French Army's giving him a run for his money, right? That being said, I look forward to all the review and recap shows and preview shows. I like all the videos. And good job, guys. Take care.